How could you talk the best sports movies of all time and not have one of the greatest sports themes of all time lead you in?
Dude, I'm telling you, great song.
Who wants to
Great
go do
choice.
some fucking road work right now and just start fucking doing the Rocky right now, bro?
I was gonna say, man, you picked a good one to open in with. So.
Man, it's gonna be a fun show tonight. I can't wait to discuss it, but we'll get to that in a second. Welcome to Wrestling with Reality. I am John. Joining me as always is my partner, Mr. Richie Rich. What's going on, my friend? You doing good?
I'm doing great, man. I finally got the nursery finished and everything like that. So we're just waiting for baby to get here. So
You did a beautiful job on it, bro.
thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Looks good. I like the colors you picked on it.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna say the name, but I love the name too.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Jeremy almost fucking ruined it, but we'll let that one slide. We'll let that one slide. Still got love for you, Jeremy, but fuck you for that.
What did he do?
What's that?
What did he do?
Let's just say he sent a picture of Naya fucking snacks.
Oh, God. Jeremy, why would you do that?
Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Oh.
Almost ruined it for me, but I'll
Did she have Cheetos in her fucking hands like you like?
Yeah. I will never. That's a belch that will live in infamy.
You'll never forget that.
No. Every time I think of her, I think of that belch, and it just makes me want to throw up. And her purple and black jumpsuit, that was just way too tight.
She's a beauty, isn't she?
For somebody. Definitely not for me.
Come on. You know you love her. Richie's really into a Cheeto fetish now because of Naya. Cheeto and
I haven't looked at another Cheeto in so long. Sad. I used to like hot Cheetos. After smelling that, not so much.
Oh, God, I love it. I love it, dude. Good job, Jeremy. Way to send that. Let's check and see what's going on with everybody here. Rabbi, what's going on, Rabbi? Hopefully you're doing good and wherever you're at in this world, but we're wishing you all the best. Mazel tov to Rabbi. Rabbi is here. Oh, sorry.
There you go.
All right. Didn't mean to do that. Welcome, Rabbi. Jeremy says, good evening, everyone. Excited about this episode all day. Can't wait to hear everyone's answers later on. Absolutely. Laza, great to see you. Good day from Spain, Queensland, Australia. What's going on, Blackjack? Relaxing. How about you? Just got home from church, ready to talk about some sports movies. Awesome stuff. Oh, man, great song to open the show. Thank you. Go Rocky. What's up, Joey? Yes, thank you, Laza. I cannot wipe the cross off. Today is the first day. Today is Lent today. So Ash Wednesday, first day of Lenten. So that's why I got my cross on. I'm not giving up natty for Lent, Joey. So I can't take my cross off till tomorrow. So I'm not dirty. Richie thought I was dirty when I first got on the camera.
I didn't think you were dirty. I was just making sure you knew. That's all.
You look. We got some shit on your face, bro. What's going on?
I did not say that.
I know.
I'm a Christian. I did not say that.
I know. Just joking with you. But no, that's the only reason I got my cross on tonight because I was at church for Lent tonight.
Hey, you take it serious, man. That's good.
I try to, as best as I can. It's the best part of my week every week when I get a chance to go, along with coming on here every Wednesday night for sure. So,
I'm just afraid if I go into a church, that they're going to look at me and say, the devil is among us today.
Nah. They'd welcome you with open arms. You'd love it.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Naya's eating buffalo wings.
Don't ruin that shit for me. I just had that when we watched that pay-per-view.
What the? It was texting me. Oh my God, you got a wild family, Joey. I thought he had a Rob Zombie mark on his head. There you go. This episode of WWR is my therapy. Our family lost a close friend. I'll be tamed down tonight. Man, I'm sorry, Rabbi.
Sorry, Rabbi. Sorry to hear that, brother. Loss is hard, dude. But you know what? Live every day with their memories and their personality and stuff like that. You can carry it on through you, and doesn't mean they have to be forgotten, man. We've both gone through some losses and stuff like that, so we know what that's all about. I'm feeling for you.
Yeah, and if you need anything, brother, we're here for you. We really are. All jokes aside, we always joke around. We always love having you on and welcome having you on along with everybody else, So we all just joke around and have a good time, but we're really sorry for your loss, Rabbi, for your family and the friends, and God bless you all, my friend. So
for sure, man.
Parts Unknown is devastated tonight. I bet, man. It's never easy to lose a good one, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Never easy to lose a good one in life, that's for sure. It's not fun. Hey, anytime, brother. Anytime, my friend. So how's your week been going so far? You been doing good?
Dude, it's been legit. Been just chilling and getting stuff done at work. I can't say enough about getting stuff done at work and taking care of shit that's needed to be done for a while. And I'm relaxed for the first time in a while, dude. Like I thought the closer we were gonna get to having our kid and stuff like that, I was gonna be stressed out and freaked out and stressed about work and all this shit. But for the first time in a while, I'm zen, dude.
Good.
You know? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I like to hear
Our
that.
trip had a lot to do with that, by the way. Put me in the right mood. On my way back, I drove, all the way back to Arizona, and the whole time I'm thinking about everything and like, okay, got a good vacation in. Now it's time to breathe. And ever since then, dude, everything's been cool,
Yeah. That's good though.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
What about you?
Yeah, it's been I have great things coming up in life.
Yes,
This year I got great things coming up, just just some setbacks, a little bit slower than what I wanted on things, but it'll be done here very, very soon, for the things I need to get done. And I got a great summer planned ahead of me. It's just you miss the one you love sometimes when you're getting ready to make everything happen, to move in together and all that great stuff. So we're looking forward to the next few months and getting everything done and having her move into the house and making it on our own. We're doing the wedding this summer, as in August. So it's going to be great. And we're looking forward to it. But man, patience is a hard virtue, to have sometimes.
dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm looking forward to coming out and seeing you and everything, but I'm heartbroken in the fact that, you're not going to have as much time before it to enjoy what you should be enjoying. So,
We will.
Yeah, I'm sorry for what you're going through too. That's a personal battle that I can't comprehend, and I wish I could do more from a distance, but I can't, So
It's all time limited, on things and stuff. And we're just getting everything situated so we get everything ready. And we can't wait, for the future and all those great
that's
things.
the good part about it, man, is it's temporary.
It is. It's just, life is like you want things when you want them all the time. It's like sometimes you just got to be patient to make things happen. There's formalities you have to follow in life to get it done and all that. And it's just, I'm excited for the rest of the year. I really am. The rest of the year is going to be super exciting. It's just
absolutely
like right now, it's just like, man, you get tested some days on patience, to
right.
get everything done. But it's a hell of a step, and it's a great step, and it's it's fun to be there for sure in life.
For sure, man.
It's a good thing to be in life, and we're happy to be there. And life is good though. I can't complain. We had a beautiful service at church tonight. It was really, really nice.
That helps.
Church is for me, just a wonderful escape. We joke around here a lot on the show and, have fun and say things, but there's different sides to our personalities that people don't always know about off the air, but that's an important part for me. And I love going. And, I'm glad to have the opportunity to be here every week with you guys and have fun with a few people and, have a good time and talk the things we're talking tonight and just about life. Like the show's not always wrestling, as we know, as we're learning even more for the people that come through. We talk about anything on here.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, let's take Richie on a trip to Arizona and throw him a baby shower with the sting bat.
You'll get the sting bat. Yeah.
I so understand that, Lazo, for sure. Fellowship is always good. That's what we always aim for with this show, is fellowship with everybody.
Yeah. One thing I've always said is, I am also a Christian and stuff like that, and for anybody who goes to church, that's phenomenal and great. Go for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Me personally, I view it as, and this is just my own personal perspective, I don't expect anyone else to follow it. My church doesn't end in four walls. It's everywhere I go. So if I'm gonna preach to somebody, if I'm gonna gospel to somebody, stuff like that, man, it's not confined within four walls. So don't ever feel bad that you don't go to church.
Never.
Because
as long as you're doing the best you can in life and you're trying,
you're being a good person, best you can, following the 10 Commandments to the best of your ability.
And if that's what you believe, great. If you don't believe that, then we understand that too. I get it.
Yeah, if you're Jewish like Rabbi, I mean, there's a lot of things.
We're not going all religious on you on the show or anything here. It's just an interesting sidebar topic to discuss, Yeah,
for
I saw
sure.
that, Jeremy. That was beautiful to see, man, that your son accepted him on Sunday and everything.
Yeah,
That
it is
was
cool.
it's a cool thing. It's a great experience as a parent, and yeah, it's a great thing, man. I'll be honest with you though, bro. I have not watched shit for wrestling much at all lately,
I
and
watched Raw. I've committed to you guys. I will watch Raw every week. I watch Raw, and boy, I tell you, I'm I'm mixed emotions about WrestleMania this year, man, because it's so fucking up in the air. And for some reason, I got a feeling that maybe we're gonna get a little bit of a shock on Elimination Chamber.
what do you think's going to happen?
Well, for one, I think Seth Rollins is gonna come back.
Mm-hmm.
For two, I think he's gonna screw over CM Punk possibly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Finn Balor may actually win this championship.
Really?
I'm just saying, if CM Punk and Seth Rollins are set up for a match this year, it may be. I don't know. They may go that route. I'm not saying that's a for sure thing. I'm just, it might. It very well might.
Hold on for a second. Rewind's here. What's going on?
What's up, Rewind? Hey, buddy.
No, Rabbi, they haven't announced the 2026 except for Stephanie so far. She's the only one that's been announced. They announced her at like SummerSlam or some shit or Survivor Series. I don't even remember.
What a what a fucking schlub that is.
Oh, Jesus. I'll say I saw a couple of clips from Raw. One of them was that Stephanie Vacqua or Vacker, as you know, Vacqua, Stephanie Vacker, however they pronounce it, whatever way you want to say it. I liked her promo to Live in Spanish with Dom deciphering it and just the emotion that she kind of put into that promo. Boy, there's a lot of promise in her if they push her as a champion down the road. I think she's got from what it looks like to me, just from an outside perspective, she's got the full package, man. She's beautiful. She's learning the language fast. She's got a great presence to her. Her character's great. Her in-ring work is phenomenal. Like, that's the match I'm interested to see is her and Liv Morgan right now. Like, that's a really interesting match that I think could be a show stealer at WrestleMania this year.
Yeah, for sure. And I agree with Rewind in this. Sabu better be in the Hall of Fame at some point. I mean, honestly, he should be in the Hall of Fame regardless of, his time in WWE, which, they almost gave him a run against John Cena. So that they did think highly of Sabu and his contributions and everything like that. And I agree with Rewind there. Sabu should be in the Hall of Fame for sure.
I think eventually he's going to go in for sure, but I don't think it's one that's going to happen anytime soon.
You don't?
No, I don't think so. I think he kind of tarnished his legacy a little bit at the end, and he was always kind of a hard guy to deal with and wasn't always the best to deal with them. So I don't think he's somebody they're pushing to throw in, anytime soon, but I think he'll get it down the road for sure. I think he's deserving, Talk about a man that gave his body up for the business.
Oh my God.
Big win for Javon over Dirty Dom and Gunther. Didn't see that coming. Did he qualify for like the chamber or something with that, Jeremy?
Yep.
Really? Wow. Okay. I like that. I like Javon Evans a lot. I think
they're doing it so that he has the high spots in the match of the chamber. He's obviously going to jump off one of the top,
he's going to do some fucking show stealing moment in there for sure.
Yeah. Which good on him. I kind of see him a lot of similarities of Kofi Kingston. So
I don't want to see Finn as a heel anymore. I want to see him as the demon, the babyface come back.
I do too. Or a heel demon would be even cool.
He'd get over either way, I think, with a small title run, but I can't see them going down that route. Not yet, at least. But I do like the ideas that you guys have with it.
Yeah.
Sabu's genie girlfriend should be in before him. Did she have a long career or something like that?
No, but to put up with that fucking miserable fuck,
Yeah, he didn't really look like the easiest guy to deal with all the time.
Love Sabu, but he was a miserable fuck.
He was a carny and then some. He got forgiven so much for all the bullshit he did, man, and the drugs and the being fucked up in the ring and the no-shows.
You saw the feud that I had with Jelly Nutella on the internet.
Yes.
Okay. And I made the dude cry and fucking block me and all that shit.
He had a meltdown.
Listen. The fact that people blame Jelly Nutella for Sabu's death still is pretty fucked up. I got to take his side on that. That was no fault of his own. Sabu made a choice to get in there. He was fucked up on Kratom for what a lot of people say, and the rest is history. So I just want to put that out there that even though I don't like Jelly Nutella, I think it's wrong they blame him.
I do too. It's not his fault, man.
No.
It's not his fault.
Yeah.
Plaza said Sabu's an underestimated talent. If RVD overcame political BS where he got credit, why not Sabu? Rob's getting back in the ring, I think, soon too. I think he might end up showing up in JCW here soon.
Oh God.
Boy, you see who their new champ in JCW is now, Mr. Anderson?
Really?
Yeah, he's their champ now.
Fast.
Yeah. I haven't been watching it since we did our last show. I just see clips here and there.
Maybe we'll do that for Sunday. Maybe we don't have a topic yet. Maybe
we'll see.
JCW is dog shit.
Honestly, I was thinking there's fights this weekend. I'd kind of rather watch the fights, but let's
watch the fights. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I say we do like a fight stream Saturday if we both can. Like,
perfect.
I'm pretty sure I can do it, so I don't guarantee it, but I'm about 90% sure I can do it this Saturday. So
I'm down. I've got beer. I'm ready.
Here we go. I'd rather do the fights because they got
booze
upcoming.
And fights is what we'll title the shows from now on. Booze and fights.
What's the card this weekend? Let's see what it is. It's February 21st, right? Or Saturday. Let's see what it is. Oh yeah, I want to see this one. This is why it crossed my mind. I want to see Sean Strickland hopefully get the shit knocked out of him.
Is it a fight night?
Yeah, UFC.
Damn, they've demoted him to a fight night. That's fucked up.
He's a turd. He's my.
I was just gonna get into that, Joey. The next thing I was gonna talk about, and yes, rewind. When do I not have beer? That's a fair statement.
Yeah. So really quick, they got a stacked card. They said here, Sean Strickland against Anthony Hernandez. I've never seen Hernandez fight. Is he any good?
He is good.
Is he any good? Okay.
Yeah, he's a very good striker.
Jeff Neal versus Uros Medic. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I know you're going to like this next one. Dan Eag's fighting, and he's fighting
Mel. Yep.
Yeah, he's fighting Mel Costa.
That'll be a good one.
They have probably the worst division in the UFC right here. No doubt about it. The heavyweight fight for the next one. Sergey Spivak versus Ante Delaya.
Huh. Okay.
And then that's the main card. So should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, it's not a pay-per-view or PLE or anything like that, but I want to go over what was just brought up. Obviously, it's a monumental thing that's happening. I think it's a huge mistake? And I think it's because Jake Paul's jaw is still broken in 2 fucking places. So he can't fight. So he's trying to generate money another way, which good on him. He's a great promoter. Ronda Rousey, all the training videos that she said weren't for any reason, all this bullshit, they were for a reason because Netflix has a huge fight announced that it's going to be Gina Carano, former UFC star, and Ronda fucking Rousey.
Gina was never in the UFC.
She wasn't?
No.
She was in Strikeforce. Yeah. That's right. Gina Carano, I stand corrected, Strikeforce. Ronda Rousey, who was also in Strikeforce, are going to meet in the octagon. Gina Carano hasn't fought in 17 years. Ronda hasn't fought in 10, I believe, or 11.
10 years.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep. 2016 for Ronda was her last fight. 2009 was Carano's last fight.
How insane is that?
Pretty wild. Pretty fucking wild.
I mean, I'm down to live stream it. The problem with the Jake Paul stuff is a lot of the undercard is just dog shit. Like they just hire anybody to throw the fuck in there, you know?
And it's long.
There's been some good ones, like when Serrano boxes and stuff like that. Like I like watching the co-main and stuff like that, but pretty much the undercard is just shit. So I'm down to live stream it, but we're gonna have to make chicken salad out of chicken shit with that. So
let me see when it is. Carano versus Rousey. Let's see when the date is. All right. Let's see. When are they fighting? May 16th in Los Angeles at the Intuit Dome.
Nice.
I mean, as long as I can, I know it's a far ways out, but as long as I'm available, then I'm definitely down for it. I like watching the fights anyways. Honestly, I'm not a big watch along fan normally anymore, neither are you. So I like live streams. I had a blast on the last one that we did. That was a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
was great.
fun, and I never have a problem live streaming them if I'm free. So if you guys want to see it and we're available, we're definitely down for it. I think it'd be fun. Listen, 17 years to not get in the ring is a long time, and let's be realistic. She was fighting tomato cans when she was fighting for Carano, and the first time
This
she
is
fought
an easy
somebody.
layup for Ronda. Let's be honest.
I think the bigger fight, if you ask me, that they should have done would have been Cyborg and Rousey.
They would have never served Rousey out on a plate like that, dude.
Nope.
Cyborg would
Carve her up
steamroll her.
still.
It would probably be just as bad as Amanda Nunes when she beat the brakes off of her.
She would have carved
Probably
her up
faster.
because they're going to fight at 145. Because Carano, for those who forget, Carano always had weight problems, making weight back in the day. And this is not saying she's fat or anything like that. She's a tall girl, and she's a beautiful woman too. A little bit loopy in the fucking head from what I've seen through the years. She kind of ruined her Hollywood career for herself. You know, she was in all the fucking Star Wars stuff, and she opened her big trap up and said some pretty hateful shit apparently, and got her ass fucking canceled out of Hollywood. So I'm sure she needs the paycheck probably, you know, more than anybody here. And she's going to get paid. So I don't blame her for getting in there. Rousey's going to fucking beat the brakes off of her, and it's going to be fast. And
yeah, I don't think she'll outstrike her. I think that Ronda will get her to the ground like normal and tap her out. So
yeah.
Listen, man, I think this is going to be like an epic fucking brawl that we're all going to be talking about after? No. You know,
it'll be fun.
Yeah. It'll generate a lot of views. It'll generate a lot of money. Let's be honest. Ronda's still a star. She's still a needle mover. As much as I don't like saying that because I think she's a miserable person. But yeah, I'll be tuning in, you know.
Listen, if Rousey wins this, which there's no reason she shouldn't, you know she's going to want to go after another payday. They got to make this happen with her and Cyborg because this is going to be it would be stupid, but
she'll get her face caved in.
She's going to get her face caved in. It's fine. But Jake Paul's going to pay for it, and it's going to be fun to watch, you know.
I'll predict right here, okay? If Ronda Rousey beats Carano, I bet you a buffalo nickel that we will see her try to make a return to the UFC.
Ronda?
Yes.
I don't think there's any interest from them.
I don't know. I just have a feeling.
I don't think there's any interest from them.
Her and Dana are still great friends.
I get it, but I don't think there's any interest in it. I don't think he sees any benefit. He knows I don't think he wants to see her come back and just get the shit beat out of her. You know?
He's the same with Miesha Tate too.
I just can't see it, Laza. You know, she had good MMA Muay Thai in 2008. All right. 2009, she got in there with Cyborg, and Cyborg beat the brakes off of her ass. Yeah. You know,
let's be honest. We know what's going to happen. Netflix is serving us up another armbar from Ronda Rousey in about 10 seconds.
And there's another fight in the works. They'll get Cyborg or somebody else in there that's a big name after her. Yeah. Listen, MVP Promotions is not sustainable for them for a long-term basis. You can't just make these, you know, fucking one-off fights all the time or a couple things here and there. They have a great model. They're doing wonderful on what they're doing right now.
Yeah, but they're selling wolf tickets, you know? Like did we really think that fucking Mike Tyson was going to beat Jake Paul? No. Did we really, you know, all these different fights and stuff like that? It's all wolf tickets. You already know what the fuck's going to happen. Now, I will say that I think Anthony Joshua, I think there was something weird about that Anthony Joshua fight. I don't think he was supposed to win. I don't think he was supposed to knock him out like that. So there was something.
He was holding it back, bro. You know,
there was something really weird about that fight.
You know, he was holding it back.
Yeah. So. And the Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul match, you saw fucking Floyd knock Logan Paul out and pick him back up. Like,
I didn't watch the match, so I didn't see.
Oh my! If you go back and watch, he hits Logan Paul with an uppercut square on the chin. You couldn't hit it any better. And he literally held Logan Paul up from going down.
Yeah, I had seen this with Dana, that he said that Gina was hard to deal with back in the day with something, and he sent a text message or basically calling her a bitch and, you know, telling her to take it or leave it or something like that, to the extent of that. And that definitely probably rubbed her the wrong way. They said this fight's been in the works. Rousey said this for over a year since she got pregnant, you know, and had the baby. Yeah. So they said it, you know, was over a year. And there's a lot of mutual respect between them. There was no shit talking that I heard. Rousey even said that she wanted the fight so bad with Carano that she told her that she'd even come out and train with her for the fight to beat her.
Oh my God. That's how you know it's a fucking.
It's a desperate attempt for a good cash grab, man. And you can't blame them because let's be realistic. They're probably paying each of these broads, $3 to $5 million a shot to come in here and do this. Easy.
Ronda's probably making that on the. That's probably a low end on her contract.
I would bet for both of them, they're probably making $3 to $5 million at least for this fight, minimum. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more.
I'm going to say probably Ronda walks away with 8 or 10.
Could be. I could see that too. They're going to get paid, all right, and they're going to make a shit ton of money.
You had to throw because the way she was talking before this, it was like, "Oh, I got brain damage. If I go in there, I'm gonna fucking die."
Yeah.
Now it's like, "Fuck yeah, I'm going in there to beat this bitch's ass." It's like, yeah, they probably threw like Saudi amount money at you.
I can't stand Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, me neither.
I would love to see Gina Carano kick her ass. So
there's been a lot of things over the years, but the last straw for me that I didn't want to hear shit from her anymore was her attacking Joe Rogan. I'm like, dude, he's the most middle of the fucking like, and he's always given her flowers and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
To hear that, I was just like, what? Like, she just reminds me of Bret Hart of mixed martial arts.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're a fucking multimillionaire. You were living in your car before and had nowhere to go. You know. And then you got into this and made a fucking boat ton of money off of it. You're living the life that you want right now. You got your kids. You're taking care of them. Get over it,
Yeah.
I mean, if I was her,
I'm pretty sure her jaw's still in 5th row from the last fight, though.
Probably. Gina's might be too. Both of them got the crap beat out of them their last fight. Dude. So 17 years later, Gina probably is never the same after that too. Listen, if you've been out of the game for 17 years like that, you got to
stay out. Just stay out.
You're brave to come back because it wasn't like she was a world beater before that. It was a cookie cutter division of scrubs at that point. Let's be fair. Yeah. It was a cookie cutter fucking bunch of scrubs that were in there at that point because they didn't have anything built up except for Cyborg and her. They were the only two names all the way dating back to Elite XC. Yeah. And the women now are so much more conditioned. If I was Gina, I'm saying I'm not getting in there unless I got a year camp with me. Year round to get back in there.
If I was Gina, I wouldn't get in there fucking all. This is a death sentence, and it's going to be humiliating how fast it happens.
Well, when you're making all those zeros, I don't think it's as humiliating as you think. $5 million or $10 million, whatever you're getting paid, or a few $1 million, whatever. That would console me a lot for my ass whooping that I got.
She's going to take one, man. She's going to take one. It's going to be fast.
I think so. I think so too. I mean, and let's be realistic. Whether we like Ronda or not, Ronda was an elite level Olympian too.
Yeah.
She's been training her whole life. This is not going to work out well for them.
It kind of cracks me up how she fucking called out Joe for his fighting style, but judo's not really. Come on,
you're calling out taekwondo, and
you're calling taekwondo out, and you're doing judo. Come on,
yeah, get over it, bro. Like, get over it, man. For sure, get over it. With Mike was probably needing the money too, real bad. And
dude, Mike Tyson is fighting Floyd Mayweather Jr. in Africa.
Agreed on this one, Joey. Yeah, I saw that with him and Floyd Mayweather. No offense to Floyd Mayweather, who's one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters in many people's opinion of all time, whether you like him or don't. But Mike Tyson, at his size and how he hits, should never in a million years be in a fucking ring with Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather calls himself a bank robber for a reason. This is another scrimmage fight that he's going to get all this buzz because it's him versus Mike Tyson, and they're going to go all the way to the bank, man. So is it nice to see Mike Tyson bounce back and get all his money back? Yes, that's the one reason why I like it. But the other thing that I want to transition into now is the UFC White House card. Dana White is saying is done.
Yeah, he's got two versions.
He's got two versions which way he's going to go. Conor McGregor posts a tweet, then deletes it, that he has an opponent in front of him, and he's just waiting for the contract to be sent to him. I think that the main event is going to be Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Conor's probably going to be co-main, and I'm thinking Sean O'Malley is going to fight Peter Yan on the same card. And I think we will see John Jones on the White House card.
Well, who do you think is going to be Conor's opponent?
Connor's opponent is not – I don't think it's going to be Michael Chandler. If they throw a Hail Mary and they really want to generate some buzz, give the fight fans what they've wanted for fucking ever and give them the trilogy.
It's got to happen.
Nate Diaz. The only other big fight you can do for Conor that will generate buzz, he'll get mauled, he'll get his ass kicked, he'll get beaten, and I don't see them pulling this off. Would be Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Nah, they ain't gonna pull that off.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna pull it off. Dustin Poirier.
It would be epic. It would be epic.
Dustin Poirier could be a fun fight still between them. I think a little bit, even though Dustin's punchy now in his thing and he's retired technically, but the fight to make for them has always been him and Diaz. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about
Masvidal would have been a fun one, but Diaz, I think, is the fight to make.
I think Diaz will murder him.
You think so?
Yep. I think he's gonna fucking murder him, man. Still, yeah. I do.
Well, you got to think Diaz doesn't throw leg kicks,
No.
So that might be strategically what the UFC's thinking. Because let's be honest, Conor's a cash cow. They're trying to get. If you put Conor in there with Gaethje has harder kicks than Donald fucking Cerrone when it comes.
Kick his fucking leg out, knock him out in 2 rounds, probably.
It'd be it.
He's gonna take some shots. Conor's gonna get some shots in. It's gonna hurt Gaethje a little bit, but Gaethje's gonna clean his clock in 2 rounds.
I don't even think he would get shots in, bro. I don't. I think Gaethje would clean his fucking clock.
I thought Diaz won the second fight too. I agree with you.
Yeah,
he lost both of those to him.
I do too. Well, when you're finished on the ground on your back and you have Diaz over you pummeling your face in, and then they call the round, it's you lost the fight in my opinion.
I love the first fight when he gets choked out by him. It's just a great moment. Diaz stepped in on like a week's notice or something like that.
Yeah, he smoked him, man.
I knew he was gonna too. In fact, if I remember correctly, back to that point, I had a bet with one of my buddies for $100 on that, and I won $100 on that one. And I'm not like some Diaz fan or anything like that, but
I am. I love Nate Diaz. I love McGregor. For me, that's like for the first fight, I was in the hospital. I was in the ICU, literally because I got exposed to mold and it turned into sepsis. So I'm literally hooked up to all these machines and shit like that, watching on my tablet this fight, and I'm like, I can't even breathe, dude. And I was so excited, like, And so that fight to me, it's when 2 of my favorites get together, and it's just magic. So that excites me the most.
What I mean by I'm not a fan of the Diaz's, I'm not somebody that like bandwagons for them and jumps up and down and saying I want to see Diaz win all the time. I like their no bullshit attitudes that they have, and I like how they will get in there with anybody. I like their toughness. I like everything about them. They're not guys that are going to win every single time, but by God, they are going to make it entertaining, and they're going to give you their best efforts. And even if they lose, they're going to have some really exciting moments in there.
My favorite Nate Diaz moment of all time was when, that was one of them.
To Kurt Pellegrino.
But what was when The Rock was named that he was going to be putting the strap around the BMF that won the belt, the first initial belt. And Nate Diaz did an interview and he goes, yeah, The Rock can fucking get it too. He's like, Mike Tyson's the real baddest motherfucker. He should be here doing it.
I love him when he gets Kurt Pellegrino in the triangle choke after all the shit that Kurt Pellegrino and him talk. Yeah. And then he just double gives him that as he knows he's about to choke him unconscious before he taps and all that stuff.
Or when Donald Cerrone and him, Donald flipped him off in the first round. Nate beat the brakes off of him for 3 rounds and then fucking looked at him before they started and he goes, fuck you.
Yeah, I remember that fight. I don't think it was as bad of an ass whooping as it made out to be. I thought it was a 3-2 for St. Pierre on that one, if you ask me from watching it. But Hendricks hit him really good in that one. I think it was a 3-2. If I remember that from that fight, it was a decision. It was a tough one, though, for sure. That it was one that could have gone either way. The best was Nick versus Anderson Silva when Nick pretended to be knocked out. Yeah, they don't give a fuck, man. Yeah. They don't give a fuck. If all fights were 100 rounds, Nate and Nick would win every one. Yeah.
Oh, dude, they would die trying.
Yeah. We're gonna get some garlic parm wings for the White House.
You
got Rich Notes on them.
You better believe it.
I saw Chuck this week. I guess he has his own podcast now, and I saw a few clips of this shit.
What a shitty podcast that has to be, dude.
It was fucking hilarious with a few of the clips, bro.
Can he even form sentences?
Not many, but they get him to react to certain things. Like I said, I haven't watched a full one through, but I saw clips, and I think it's his own podcast. So they did the one of Tito getting sworn in to the council, and he can't He can't pronounce anything. He's saying whatever the hell he wants and not listening
Yeah.
to the lady. And Chuck's reaction to it, and the guy and the co-host, was just hilarious. And Chuck was like just fucking dogging on him, bro. It was great.
Dude, Tito, Tito Ortiz, which Tito was my very first UFC fighter that I liked. I loved his feud with Shamrock, and stuff like that. And I thought he was great then. But somewhere along the way, I don't know what it was, but he lost something, because for a guy that talks so much shit about Joe Biden, and listen, I'm not a Joe Biden fan.
Yeah.
But he would always, because he was a real big MAGA guy, and he would talk so much shit and say, the president can't even form sentences and stuff. The guy can't fucking do it either.
It's like he's stoned or he's drunk nonstop, man. And
my
his
favorite
belly
moment
now,
with him
it looks like
fucking Chael Sonnen.
Bro, his belly now, man. He looks more pregnant than your wife does at 8 months, bro. Yeah. Like he is pregnant looking right now. He looks like he's got twins and he's ready to pop, man.
Go watch the Chael Sonnen press conference with him and Tito.
Yes, I remember
the funniest moments in MMA, dude.
Does Chuck Liddell look pregnant, or is it just me though, bro?
He looks like he has liver failure, if I'm being honest. Okay. That's what cirrhosis looks like.
From drinking too much, the bloating.
From drinking too much.
Yeah, and he looks like he's fucking pregnant, man. Yeah. It's horrible
now,
to see.
I'm hoping
not that he was ever in great shape.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm wrong. I saw Chuck Liddell in person out here in Arizona, actually, at a Quick Trip. Pulled up on his motorcycle and shit like that, and it was back when he was in really good shape. To see the pictures of him now and stuff, it's kind of disheartening, because it does look like he has, liver failure. So I hope I'm wrong, but he looks fucked up.
Or CTE's hitting him, like said with the dementia and things like that. He's got to have like CTE hitting him. But these clips of him watching Tito were hilarious, dude. Like I've never seen Tito getting sworn in until that point, and what a dumb he is, man.
the guy couldn't even finish the job. He ended up resigning. So
didn't he quit after like a month or two?
Yeah. He said he couldn't meet the obligations. So
yeah. Meaning you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Not even that. It's just Tito quits everything he does. Like, at one point he was supposed to box Dana White, and it was going to be a huge fight, and they were going to sanction it. Dana made weight, and they made it down to that point, and supposedly Tito broke his neck, so he couldn't show up for the fight, Sure. So it's like,
yeah. He conveniently pulled that a few times, like when he did with Chuck when they did the Ultimate Fighter back in the day too.
Yeah, dude, but pulling out against Dana White, like,
I don't know.
What a chicken shit thing.
Maybe he knew Dana was going to fuck him up, bro.
Hey, Dana's a boxer. I mean, that's legit. He's an amateur boxer, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Tito will get back in the ring at some point. They'll drag him out for an MVP Promotions fight or something like that. Did you see that they're going to do, it's not the Octagon, they're doing the Hexagon now.
For who?
For the MVP Promotions for Carano and Rousey. It's going to be in a hexagon.
They got to be different.
I guess,
The cage is a fucking cage. It don't matter how many size it has,
Yeah, but that's what they're touting now. So I think MVP is going to dip into the MMA world now, it seems.
It would have been cool if they did like a wrestling style cage and did MMA. That would look pretty cool.
Steel cage match and shit.
Steel cage and do MMA
dude,
that
barbed
way.
wire.
No ropes, no turnbuckles, just a cage around a fucking square fucking ring.
Barbed wire around it, man. Have a Punjabi prison match in an MMA ring. Got to fight through the levels of the 3 stories.
I saw the Punjabi prison match live. It was not you couldn't see anything. So
the knockout by Evans was horrible that time.
Bad.
I think that was UFC 95, if I remember. That was all the way back then. It was in Atlanta, if I remember too.
That was bad. I was watching that too. That was bad.
When he hit him right on the chin and just put him into Dream Street.
That was bad.
That was a vicious knockout, man.
Yeah, it sure was.
The UFC trademarks the Octagon. No other organization can use one. Wow. Interesting.
Bellator used an Octagon.
But they probably didn't call it that, They probably...
Oh, they can't call it the Octagon, yes, but I think you can still fight.
Do you remember when the original owner of the UFC tried to come back and do a promotion? It was called Yama Pit Fighting.
I never saw it.
Okay, so he tried to come back. It was one of the biggest debacles in fucking MMA history when he came back. I believe Mark Kerr was on it. Actually, he was one of the main events. So his original idea.
Wait! You just brought up Mark Kerr.
Okay, hold your fucking horses. I gotcha. I can't believe I just did that wrong. I'm sorry, but here we go. We got to lead that right in. Mark Kerr.
No, Mark Kerr's a fucking goof. He's a fucking goof. Jeez. Anybody who knows him knows he's a goof.
Yep. Absolutely.
But Yama pit fighting was this thing that the original owner, Bob Maritz or something was his name, of the UFC, wanted to get back into the MMA world. And his idea was to have like this pit that everybody would fight in. And around it was a pit full of like water and alligators and shit like that. They had to climb through it to get in. It was going to be a whole spectacle. And they'd fight off the pit, you know, and they'd have these rules off of it, you know, that they were going to have. It was their own version of it. And my God, dude, it was the dumbest shit in the world. It was one of the biggest failures of a pay-per-view that they ever tried in MMA, I think.
I believe it.
Oh, dude, you got to look it up. Yama pit fighting one day.
Yama pit fighting.
Yeah, look it up later to see. And I think you can probably find some of the matches on YouTube or some shit. It was just a debacle, you know. Maybe it even didn't get off the ground and they didn't get all the matches. I don't even remember the whole story of it anymore, but it was just a complete fucking failure. Is Bellator gone now?
They were acquired by PFL.
Gotcha. So they're rolled into that. I don't ever see anything from PFL. Where are they at?
I think they're on HBO, if I'm not mistaken now.
Okay. I have never seen them.
And then the next closest thing to them would be the ONE FC.
Yeah, that's the one over in Thailand, right?
Right.
Yeah. Mid-2000s, everyone had a promotion. I remember Bodog, of course, Yama. Affliction was like a couple shows off. I remember the IFL. They had the team concepts and they had like MMA legends as their coaches and things like that, you know? So I remember that. Do you remember the IFL?
I don't. I remember Affliction. That was Randy Couture's. The other
John Fry was a coach in the IFL. I'll just tell you that. He was one of the coaches of one of the teams.
That would be interesting. He'd probably drag his pecker across a mile of glass.
Yeah. Hold on. All right. You know, why not?
Oh, about a month ago, watching Gladiator Challenge, saw some gal so beautiful, man. I'll tell you, I'd drag my pecker in a mile of shattered glass just to stand in the shadow and jack off in the.
Well, now, here we
go. Dude, come on. He's a national treasure.
How do you come up with that off the cuff like that, man?
25 years his debut was just recently. He did, or 25 or 30 years, I can't remember, but he just did a autographed t-shirt release the other day. So
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
I've never seen PFL really. I really liked, as I told you, I think it was last week we were talking about it, the fucking bare knuckle. I can't wait till the next show for them. They got one coming up in March. I think it's the 21st or something.
I really want to go see bare knuckle live.
We should do it one day. We should go to one.
I'm down. Yeah. If it's either our neck of the woods, we'll go.
Yeah, definitely. We should do that one day, man. I'd love to go see that. I was hooked after that, watching that whole card that night.
It's fun. I mean, even the boring ones were fun.
I'm just happy with WWE Underground as a thing anymore.
Oh my God. She was on Raw, and I sent a picture of you.
There was 3 of you texting me about Natty during Raw when she was on that week, man. Holy shit.
She is trying so hard to be the female version of ECW Perk Angle, and it's just like, dude.
Didn't she get choked out by Asuka or something?
She did. They made her look like a jabroni.
Did she tap or get
she didn't get choked out. The other one did. But who was in that match with them? It was Asuka. It was Natty, and it was God. I can't think right now. Can't think. Pretty
Karate Combat is awful.
You think so?
It's awfully run.
Why you say that?
Everything I've seen with them has been just an up and down with the promotion, putting it together, the cards, they're starting them at 2-3 o'clock in the morning for some of them. It's just so inefficiently ran from what I've seen. I'm not saying it's not exciting matchups and things like that, and it wasn't fun. I've seen a few fun things. It's so poorly run from what I've seen.
Bailey, thank you, Jeremy.
So Bailey took the L on that one. Yeah, Karate Combat was just so poorly run to me when what I've heard from it and some of the shows and how they get it out, it just doesn't do it. So Rewind, you're liking it?
Yeah. That no offense, but that's fucked up.
I remember when Tap Out was the thing to go for people. I don't wear any Tap Out. I only wear Affliction.
Yeah.
Is Affliction still a thing?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. It's not like it was back then when it was expensive.
No,
and people
Tap Out's still a thing too. They had a sponsorship with WWE for a while.
I think UFC owns it right now, right?
No.
Oh, they don't? I thought they owned it or something.
No.
I didn't know they were really around much.
UFC is exclusive with Venom now, I think.
Venom, okay. No, they don't do the Reebok shit no more?
No.
I haven't seen a lot of the dirty boxing stuff, but from what I've seen, it's kind of fun. But it kind of looks like to me, from what I've heard about it too, is that it's also kind of inefficiently ran with dirty boxing a little bit. So it's a lot of these people that have great ideas and maybe they're fun concepts and shows, but the style of how they run things isn't always there. I got to say this about BKFC though, when I look at it, their website is terrible.
Their website's terrible, but their production value on their show is good.
Second to none. Absolutely. But their website is terrible and their announcements for their cards are terrible too. And they put them together at the last minute, it seems, before they even announce most of the stuff. They'll give you like a headliner, maybe, and they might give it to you a few weeks before and maybe a month before. I don't really like their promotion style that they're doing.
You know what's really good? That's like a side one is, and it's a shocker because I didn't think he was going to be a good businessman, but Jorge Masvidal's
version.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is good, and I love the rules of it because it's bare knuckle MMA fighting. So you can kick, you can knee, you can submit, all that stuff, but it's bare knuckle. And I thought that was pretty interesting.
He doesn't have the pockets though that other people do to really turn it into something huge. But
no, he's had Bigfoot on there. He's had, there's been some fighters that are way past their time that he's had, but
wasn't bare knuckle valor what BKFC was in the beginning? That Shamrock wasn't Shamrock one of the originators and ideas of the BKFC?
I'm not sure. We'll have to double check that.
Yeah, I think he might be. I know he had the bare knuckle something. I thought BKFC might have been originated by his idea and and putting it together, but I could be wrong on that. Maybe it is the bare knuckle valor, but there's so many fucking different ones that are out there now.
I specifically would like to just stick to UFC and bare knuckle myself. Those are the only two that I follow. But if I'm going to follow a third one, it's probably going to be Masvidal's.
So. Yeah, I'm good with the first two. I don't know if we have enough time in our lives to make it for all of them, but I definitely like to check out a lot of the stuff, for sure.
Yeah.
40 plus guys who knows the dazzled jeans and faux hawks with salt life stickers in the rear windows of their truck where reflections still.
Yep.
I saw, and this was not AI. I saw that they had, and I think I sent it to you too. They had an octagon match, and they had people fighting in wheelchairs, MMA style, at each other.
Dude, there's ones where it's like fucking medieval dudes in like full armor suits and shit, and they get in an MMA cage and beat the holy fuck out of each other.
Or they do the David and Goliath matches where they have like this massive fucking killer that's in there with like, it's totally. Or for anybody that's ever watched Game of Thrones, you see the Hound is his brother. I'm forgetting his name right now. I know his real name is Sir Gregor, but they have a name for him. It's called like his brother's the Hound. Somebody who's a Game of Thrones fan, give me his name.
Pretty sure they call him the Wall.
It might be something like that. And he
sparred with Connor and they called him the Wall.
That guy, yeah. So it could be that, but he finally, like, you see him, he just
Rewind said that medieval shit's crazy.
Yeah,
I figured you'd seen it, dude.
The mountain, thank you, Rewind. The mountain,
yeah.
That's one of my favorite parts of the show is at the end when his brother and him finally fight at the end of Game of Thrones. You wait fucking 8 seasons for those two to finally get it. And I love the Hound. He's just such a great character. But the mountain is like these freak shows that you see in Russia. Some guy that's the size of that fucker that they're putting in there with these 3 skinny fucking, 3 or 4 skinny dudes. And they
it's just too bad he didn't fight the Island Boys, dude. That would have been funny.
That would have been really fun. That would have been really fucking fun right there. I know Connor sparred with them, actually, the mountain.
Yeah, it was a great video, too.
Yeah. I mean, he's a big motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of like those freak show fights from Pride and ones like that where you see guys like the size of the mountain getting out there and fighting a bunch of dudes, man. I like it. I miss Pride, actually, too.
I do, too. And the stomping of the face and shit like that was pretty interesting.
The fucking 5-on-5 tornado MMA matches are amazing, Joey.
I got to watch that.
It's like fight to the death type shit, bro. Okay? It's like last man
Only
standing for their team,
Yeah.
Like you literally you'll see this shit, man, and then it's like they choke out somebody, tap them out, knock them out, and then it's like they just go to the next one and just start fucking pummeling each other. You
only
know,
in fucking Russia.
it's like there's only one person standing at the end, man. It's just true combat, and it's just awful, but it's so fun to watch. It's great, man. Never would be legal here, I'm sure.
That's right. The wall was in WCW. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for that, though. I can't believe I blanked on that. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. The Mountain.
What Bob Sapp, dude. Yep. I forgot.
What a sack of shit he was, bro.
Dude, he was huge, though.
They loved him, man.
Yeah,
they loved him. But
the Rampage fights, and the Dan Henderson fights, and the Nick Diaz fights, all in Pride, dude, were just
the amazing. Soccer kicks to the fucking head that they would do. Yeah. That's why Vanderlei was such a god over there, man, because there was no rules basically, and they could do whatever the hell they wanted. You know,
well, and not only that, they weren't fucking testing these guys for fucking steroids and shit. So
I'd like it when they get the sumo wrestlers in there sometimes too, and they put them against like some. I think they put like a sumo in with Shinya Aoki at one point or something like that, and he fucking heel hooked the bastard and just tapped him out. This little guy, but this is the whole fun of the sumo chasing him down and the big guy chasing him down through the whole fight. Oh God. Oh, Fedor and Pride was just legendary, you know?
Man.
Just legendary, man. Every time you thought Fedor was going to get beat there, out of nowhere, he hit you with that fucking right on the chin and knocked you cold.
I'll never forget when Fedor and Bellator fought Matt Mitrione, who's a fucking
and lost.
Well, they knocked each other out. It was a draw. They knocked each other. That was the first time I'd ever seen that.
I thought he lost to Mitrione.
I don't know if he lost, but I remember watching it live. They knocked each other out.
I'm pretty sure Mitrione won that one.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong. Somebody quote me or find that. Don't quote me on it. Find it. And if you could, let us know who won that. But I do. I remember, I knew it was downhill for Fedor when he lost to Bigfoot Silva.
Yeah.
You know, I know no disrespect to Bigfoot. Yeah. Totally time to go.
Yeah.
I want to see, and then we'll take a break and we'll get to the main event here, the greatest sports movies of all time. We'll get to that right after, but I would love to see, if I could go back in its heyday, I'd like to see Mirko Krokop and Fedor go at it one last time in their primes. The wars that they would have, man, just to see them get another crack at each other if they could still do it.
I want to see prime Krokop versus fucking John Jones. That would be sick, dude.
Man, sign me up for that one. Even Aspinall and him would be fun too, because of how hard Aspinall hits.
Krokop is just I remember watching him when I was a kid and just watching him do fucking head kicks and stuff. Yeah. And I was like, God, like
he put every motherfucker to sleep when he got that head kick on.
What a nature that guy was,
bro. The legs on him were like tree trunks on him. Yeah. Matt won first round KO. Yeah. I remember when Gabriel Gonzaga kicked his fucking head off. That ended the Mirko
Rewind Krokop versus Moses. It'll be a WWR exclusive. We'll probably beat the Ronda Rousey Carano fight.
Hey, we're doing commentary for that one at least, okay?
Absolutely.
But the Krokop knockouts, like you said, man, what a fucking when he got you. That's why it was so fitting, Joey, when Gonzaga knocked him out with his own head kick style. You know, like you just knew it had to happen at some point. Yeah. You know, like it's gonna catch up to you eventually. How many dudes' lives did he shorten by kicking them in the fucking head?
Same with fucking Donald Cerrone, man. I mean, he did the same thing with his leg kicks.
Yeah, Donald was always fun to watch, but he was never as good as, people made him out to be, in my opinion, but that's just me. He was always entertaining for the most part.
Tough bastard.
Always a tough bastard, for sure. Yep. I'm not a fan of Bader. I respect his work. I'm just not a huge fan of him. I think he's a very boring fighter at times.
The last time I went to a Bellator fight live, I was on the 8th row and I was sitting right behind his parents. Actually, he's from ASU out here.
Yeah.
Him and Cain Velasquez was too, actually, ASU guys. So
Bader was a great fighter for sure, but he was very boring at times.
Right.
If he got a hold of you with one of his shots, he had a heavy punch and everything like that. He was a great wrestler. But if you could neutralize him, John Jones exposed him for the first time, when I think they had the eliminator for the title fight that John eventually got.
Yep.
And John, everybody's saying there's no way he's wrestling with Bader. Bader's a Division I All-American at, Arizona State or whatever.
John Jones is a great wrestler too.
Yeah, but he was only JUCOs. And at the time, people didn't know too much about him. They just saw this guy with raw talent and thought, man, eventually he's going to find somebody that can beat him. And Bader tried to wrestle him, and John Jones made him look like a fucking J-Bro, man. And then I think he either choked him out or knocked him out. I can't remember, but it definitely ended. I think it was the first or second round. You
Well,
know,
that's when Bader left, actually, the UFC too.
he wasn't going to do much after that.
Mhm.
You know, I think he had a little bit. I think he had one more. I think he had Tito or something after, but I think he had one or two more after that. Yeah, he kicked Silva's fucking head off too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad to see he got out, but I got to say something that gives a little heat with me on this, okay? And I'm not advocating for violence in any way. I made a comment. Somebody put that Cain Velasquez is a hero for what he did, okay? I don't find it as that at all, okay? And so I got a lot of shit from this when I put that online. The dude went out and went after the guy that did something to his kid, which I respect the fuck out of that because I know you and you know me, and I would do the exact same thing. But he went out like a wild man and could have hurt somebody even worse, killed somebody or injured them. He got the wrong person and clipped him. And I'm not saying that that guy was a good guy. I'm not defending this pedo fucking creep bastard son of his, but I don't think you're a hero for running out there and trying to play fucking John Wick and having a chase that you could harm and kill innocent people because something awful happened. We have a system in place. I respect him. And
That's where I'm
just
going
saying,
to respectfully disagree with
okay, let me finish my thought on it though.
Sure.
We have a system in place, and I'm not saying it's not fucked because it is. Me and you were having a conversation about this right off the bat. But you can't just go out there and just start fucking blasting at people like that and being a public nuisance. I know he's a good guy. Everybody says he's a good guy, and I respect that what he did, and I agree with what he did as a dad, just not the way he did it. But like people gave me shit about this on a post. I think it was on MMA Weekly on their Facebook that I wrote about it. And I'm like, they're like, send this guy after the Epstein list people. I'm thinking to myself, why? So he can miss, like just go out and fire and hurt people and, do what he did. You can't do those types of things in society, man. Our system sucks, but we have a system in place and you can't do it, So I got to say that about Cain because I took a bunch of shit. And that's why I never comment online on anything because you always got these trolls that come out. I just, I hate that word when people put that somebody's a hero for it. You're doing what you would do as a father. What do you think?
I'll agree with you to the extent of he should have did it smarter.
Okay. Yep.
Do I think that there should be vigilantes out there? To some extent, I hate to say this, man, because we're on the internet, we're putting our opinion out there, but this is my opinion. I'm gonna be honest with you. The sentences on pedophiles are so light in this country in a lot of cases.
Pathetic.
I personally think that the easy way to get rid of pedophilia is to do that, to get rid of them. There is no. You and I had a fantastic Uber driver in Vegas that is involved in some things that is very much wiping the face off of the earth.
And we both said, and let's say it too, about that. What this guy does, we respect what he does.
And we would do it if we were in better shape.
Yeah, 100%. So we do not support these fucks. Don't take anything what we're saying as we support these pukes. I'm with you, Richie. Fucking put them on an island, take them out. That's what they deserve.
Yes.
Sorry.
My thing, no, you're fine. My thing is the justice system. You say we have a system in place and that's fine. But the justice system, when it comes to sex crimes against children, has failed them so many times, time and time again. And it has created a complex for parents out there now that the only justice they're going to get for their children's innocence being stolen is to do vigilantism.
And I agree.
There is a great guy on the internet called the Alaskan Avenger.
He's a character.
He's a character. And, he posed as a child in chat rooms and stuff and would get predators to meet him and he would beat the shit out of them and rob them and beat them very badly. And he stood in front of a judge, and it was a very publicized trial, and said, I will serve what you would have gave consecutively to these pedophiles. If you just give me their sentence, I'll serve every fucking day that you would have gave them consistently as well. I'll serve that time. And the judge says, well, I can't do that because your crime was brutal and all these different things.
Theirs wasn't.
So they gave him
19 years?
19 years, I believe, in prison. And do you know what each pedophile got?
I'd say 2 to 4, 2 to 5.
2 years.
Yep.
With a year of probation, and one of them didn't even have to register as a sex offender.
Insane. Pathetic.
they should put those people under the fucking jail.
Agreed.
You know, like that. And I'm very passionate about it because we have kids. I
Yep.
know you are too. And I know people are probably thinking online because they don't know you, like I know you, that you're basically, you know, don't do violence. Let's just be like kind of like a
No, I'm not
thing.
saying that.
But you're not. You're not.
Yeah.
Because if somebody did that to your child, I know you would do the exact same thing, but it would be smarter and more calculated.
It would be efficient.
The problem is Cain Velasquez, you got to understand, took a lot of brain damage in his career.
Sure.
You know, that is an effect of it. Probably has a lot of different things. You know, he came up a hard way and stuff. So he's used to handling things in his culture a certain way.
Absolutely.
That's how he responded. And I respect him for what he did. Do I wish he was more smart about it and got the job done? I'm not going to lie to you and say that I wish he wouldn't have hit that guy, because I wish he would have. Because the guy absolutely deserved it. You know?
Absolutely, with everything you just said. I just worry about the innocent people. That's all I think about it. If you're going to do something like that and go, like I said, I get it, man. Me and you have talked about it. I agree with everything you said. We'd be the first ones that out there to be taking justice in our hands as fathers and people. That's who we are. I just, if I was to do it, like you said, or if you are, and we're not talking about committing murder here, folks, or anything like that, but if we were in a situation of something like that happened, you had to take business in your own hands. I'm not going to go out there and start doing it wildly like he did. Yeah. You know, like,
and you know, I have a
he's a good guy. You don't want, he's not the type, and I know he probably felt guilt over that he put people in harm's way, not who he got.
100%.
Because,
but when you're in that moment of rage and
you're not thinking,
child, that's your most
you're not
precious,
thinking.
You know,
I feel bad about anybody that was innocent that could have got hurt. That's why I don't think calling him a hero is the right thing, because what he did, we understand.
I don't think Cain wants to be called a hero.
No, I don't think he does either. I just think that people are putting that up and are acting like if you don't agree that he's not a hero, that you're some pedo defender, or you're not agreeing with what he did or what happened or whatever it is, which is just, to me, completely the opposite. I agree with
you just don't want innocent bystanders.
Yeah, I don't want to see good people getting hurt. And I know Cain Velasquez, I don't know him personally like you don't, but the character that people talk about on him, the good man that he is, from what everybody said, you don't hear a bad word about this dude. You know, if he would have hurt somebody, and he very well could have, that was innocent out there,
probably would have took his own life.
He would have felt awful. And he would have been probably the first guy to say, man, somebody got innocent hurt in my rage. I deserve life in prison, or I deserve whatever comes to me. That's the type of human he is. So I do think he has hero qualities about the good guy that he is. Just this instance, he did what a father would do, and I respect that, and I understand it. He just didn't do it in the right way because he let the rage overtake him. So I'm glad he's out of prison. I think it's great to see, you know.
And I think it's a step in the right direction for the justice system. You know.
And he did a lot of good where he was at too to people. He was mentoring people and helping them there. And
he started flag football in the prison and all kinds of stuff.
He made the best out of his year. And let's just be realistic. People are saying, oh, he only got a year. Bullshit. He was locked up for almost 4 years, I think, before that. Or
waiting for trial.
Waiting for trial. No bail. 3-4 years.
Was 1 year, but he was in there for a long time.
Yeah,
Lost
he was in there,
a lot of fucking money too.
Yeah, I think he was in there for total of like 4 to 5 years, you know?
And I gotta say, you know, credit to Dana White for paying the bond and shit and getting him out, because Dana didn't put that in the media. Other people did. You know, he didn't say that he did it. He just did it. So,
yeah, Jeremy, that's where that comes out in me, because when we go to war, and I've been there, you know, and Richie has too, and we have rules of engagement when you go out there. And if you don't follow rules of engagement in the military, when you go out, people get hurt, man, and you could go and be in prison for those types of things. So for us as thinkers, especially military guys, is we're taught from day one, do the morally right thing. And if you're in those situations of fighting or safety of others or defense or whatever it is, you're not going to do it in an errant way that you're going to harm anybody. Because if you're doing that and you're doing that for no reason, or you're doing it for the wrong reasons, or you're doing it inefficiently and against what you were trained, you're in the wrong for what you're doing, then, because you could hurt an innocent person. And that's always, you tell me from your perspective too. I don't want to speak for you, but I know you, I guarantee you feel the same way that I do, that's what we're taught. That's what you're taught to do. What do they always tell you? Avoid collateral damage at all costs. You know, like, don't be doing these things unless you have this, this, and this in place. And that's why, because we were trained to never hurt innocent people as best as you couldn't, you know, never.
And while I agree with all that, I, you know, we're going from a perspective of where we were at, but what I'm telling you is it's a much different situation when your kid's involved, when you're picturing that moment of your child coming up to you and telling you what happened to him. I can't imagine the ball of fire that was lit under his ass to go and pursue this man after finding out that he was a family friend that did it, that they entrusted and paid to have his
like
child
daycare or something, right?
Yes, and paid to have his child be submitted to this shit. I can't say that I wouldn't have reacted the same, man.
Listen, if they get put up in the judicial system here for the pedos, that's what I'm going to tell you right now, Rand. We're the same as you guys.
Business.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. I'm not going to mention who they are because they served 7 years in prison for things they did when they were younger. And tough son of a bitch, too. Let me just say that. Tough son of a bitch. One of the nicest human beings you will ever meet in your life. Just grew up, had a rough life growing up where they grew up, was in the projects, didn't have shit, sold drugs, made bad choices multiple times, got caught, turned their life around, became a successful person from it, So that's a perspective. We were talking about this yesterday because we were talking about the Epstein stuff and everything and pedos. And I said, is all the things you hear on TV shows, like what they do to, the pedos and the fucking chomos and the rape people, I said, is that true what it does? And he looked at me and goes, prison justice always gets their way in that point, and the guards turn a blind eye to that shit. He was telling me guards would tip people off, and tell them, got a fucking chomo.
Guards will escort you to a shower and get you set up, or they'll put you in a cell and put you in with somebody that it's just they handle business. Man. And you know what?
We do it, and they should.
Well, the prison guards don't run the prison.
Yeah,
they'll tell you that. They're just there to maintain it and contain it.
Yeah. So that's the worst spot most of these fucks can go. And to me, you rape and hurt somebody, innocent people, children, women, men, anybody, you do that stuff, you deserve to be under the ground, and you don't deserve.
That was the next thing I was going to say, man, is there's a stigma now that I'm seeing, and you can quote me if I'm tell me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm starting to see in the news more and more that women are doing this in places of education and stuff more often now than men are. And
it's not more often.
You hear it constantly about women now that are doing it, and it's like there's not the same rage as there is when it's a man doing it. And like people will make jokes, I wish there was teachers like that in my shit. It's still pedophilia.
Absolutely.
It's still wrong, morally wrong. And so I think we should have as much outrage when you hear a story like that.
And it's much more prevalent than people think. I work in this field, and I can tell you from experience, there's tons of women abusers, sexually, physically, mentally, whatever it might be. There's tons of them that are out there too. It's not just to men all the time either. Right. Men are a higher percentage rate for sure. Men are also the lowest ones that report rate because men don't report typically when things like that happen to them, whether it's from a girl or a guy. So there's those concepts of it too. George is trying to follow Florida law. If you harm someone in the age of 18, you get the death penalty.
Yes.
I would agree. This goes to your Laszlo's question. What's your point on capital punishment? As I'm still researching it with Christian ideology. If it is something I should advocate as a Christian, but the logic's there. There are too many people in the world. Get rid of the bad fruit. Listen, I'm not a priest or a preacher anymore, any of those things like that. And I would say from a Christian perspective, they would probably steer against it. And you tell me if I'm wrong on this and what your thinking is, and other Christian or religious people, you guys tell me if you disagree with my thoughts on this. I don't think they would advocate for things like capital punishment at all, but I'm a Christian, very firm Christian. It's a big part of my life, and I am okay with the death penalty in some in instances for sure. I am. Might not be what my beliefs tell me to be, but I am in some instances for sure in agreement on that. What about you?
Well, you got to understand something. In the Bible, there was a lot of death penalties given out, and a lot of them instructed by God Himself to do. You sell your loincloth to pick up a sword, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, all kinds of stuff in the Bible where millions of people were killed and massacred and everything like that. So, do I think that God doesn't understand? When situations like that happen, I think He does. He's a merciful God, and I think that the flesh is weak, and when we see something that is so against our morals as a society that something like that is justified, I would like to believe that my God understands that. He's not. I don't think it's completely to what he would want, because he says vengeance is mine.
Mhm.
But I do think he would probably understand in certain situations.
But you have to look at it too from that perspective too. Is it vengeance if they're doing it for like capital punishment, or is it penance?
Is it
Because
penance?
yeah, I feel that it's more towards penance.
Yeah.
It's a punishment.
It would be penance if the person that committed it was volunteering their life to be executed.
True. But from the perspective of what it is to me, it's a consequence. It's penance for what they did. And I think that, from the Christian perspective, you can use that side of it too. But then there's also parts that say thou shalt not kill, same thing. So it's very loosely interpreted in all ways. And I don't think, Jeremy says, as a Christian, I'm all for it. Love the person and hate the sin, especially with kids. The Bible speaks of suffering, not the full journey. Absolutely. You can look at this from so many perspectives, but I think even as a Christian, Laza, that God wants us to be the best people we can, but also realizes that things need to be paid, penances need to be paid, and not everybody probably deserves to have retribution after they do some egregious and horrible things like that, you know? And I think it's a conditional basis. And, if you're going to death penalty somebody too, you better have good evidence. To me, that's the other thing.
And God's not a one size fits all.
No. He's a very forgiving God too.
Yeah.
Some things I don't think you can be forgiven for,
Right.
I don't think you can be forgiven for things like that we've seen in the news lately, the Epstein stuff, the pedophilia, the torture, the rape.
I wouldn't want to be those people when you stand in Judgment Day. I'll tell you.
No, sir. No, sir. I don't need.
I feel bad about the shit that I've done in my life. Like I could not imagine to put their shoes on.
Yeah. But Cain Velasquez, I'm real happy he's out, man. I'm really glad he's back with his family. I have the ultimate respect for him. No disrespect, as I said earlier, towards him. I just don't think it was the best way to do it because of people getting hurt. But I'm sure as hell glad he's back out with his family and seems like a wonderful man. And, I hope they all heal from the awful acts that were done. And I hope his child is doing better. And I hope and pray that, the time that he missed can be made up in a positive way for his family, because he just did what so many of us would have also done as a father. So
absolutely,
I get it. You get it. Many of us get it. If you don't get it, that's on you. That's your choice. But good to see him home. Do you think he'll ever get back in the ring?
I think he's going to do professional wrestling.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think he'll do probably Lucha Libre or something like that, because that's what he was getting into before he got locked up. So
if they really want to take an opportunity to put a baby, I know he's older now, he's probably in his mid-40s now, but if you want to take an opportunity to try to push this guy as a baby face and a type of character in a promotion, I know he had his cup of coffee with WWE. Now's the prime time to do it. Get this guy back into shape and have him come back as a fucking bulldozer somewhere.
Put him in AAA
easily. WWE owns it now. Work him up to the roster again. If you want to get a little life out of him. The people are they liked him before. They're gonna really like him now.
He's a hero to people.
Absolutely. They many look at him as that, and they have a great opportunity. I think he's right for the picking to be one of the
money's on the table.
Yeah, one of being one of the biggest baby faces in wrestling of the last few years. Because there ain't gonna be one motherfucker in that arena that's gonna boo that guy.
No,
they're all gonna be just ready to see him come out and fucking just cream somebody.
Yeah.
He is looked at in a different way now. It's a great opportunity for him. So I think he's going to get back into one of them, wrestling or.
I say you put Arn Anderson as his manager and you have him do the Glock promo.
Yes.
Come on. That's money.
Bro, I would be down for that shit.
That would be
my guy
money.
right here. Cain Velasquez is my guy. He ain't no fucking Cody Rhodes. He gets it. You do wrong, you get your goddamn Glock out. You splatter their fucking brains everywhere.
That would be the best promo ever in professional wrestling.
They would be a tandem, man. Glock Anderson and Glock Velasquez together.
Oh, the Glocks.
The Glock Horseman, a new version of them.
Tell me that is not amazing.
Oh, it'd be great. It'd be great. Well, I don't know. Maybe El Grande Americano. Good to see Chad Gable back too, by the way.
Yep.
For instance, came like 7 years ago, and that was his last fight. I think he's done with MMA. I would say probably realistically too. Rewind.
I was at that fight. Rewind. It wasn't a KO.
No.
Cain Velasquez blew his knee out in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So I was there.
I think he's still kind of frail body wise, probably from the years as well, because I think that was one of the reasons for WWE. I think he got hurt pretty quick too.
Yeah.
Team him up with Machine Gun Carl Anderson.
Oh God.
And Billy Gunn bring Billy Gunn
the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Fucking what? We're just giving ideas out. It's money on the table.
Fucking Bullet Club, the fucking Bullet Club 2026 with all these guys.
Cain Velasquez is the head of the Bullet Club.
He's the one that's gonna take down the fucking Vision, man.
Dude.
Him and his new fucking faction. That would be great.
I'm all for it.
I am too. I'd be cheering it on and watching it.
I'd wear a Bullet Club shirt, dude.
Well, I would too, man. I'd be rocking that shit. Kane and Arn Anderson are right on the cover doing that. With fucking... Oh God, you gotta love it, bro. All right, guys, let's take a quick break, maybe 5-10 minutes, we'll say, and get refreshed. And when we come back, we're going to talk the main event topic. Really excited to talk this. I'm a big sports guy, and there's so many picks. So we're going to talk about, when we come back, the greatest sports movies of all time. Any genre that you want. Doesn't just have to be sports. It could be martial arts too. You can throw that in there if you want, but whatever your picks are, and I'll put the link out if you want to come and tell us one of yours. We'd love to hear them out. So back about 5 to 10. Don't leave us. Come on back. All right, we're back, everybody. We're going to get to the main event tonight. It's going to be the greatest sports movies of all time. It doesn't have to be a particular order for anybody, just to throw that out there. We don't have to have a particular order, but we want to hear your choices too. So many to choose from. I found myself just like trying to narrow it down a little bit, Rich, and it was hard because there's so many great fucking sports movies that are out there. You're not a huge sports fan, are you?
I was for a lot of years. Unfortunately, politics and stuff getting injected in it kind of turned me off because I think that's all toxic bullshit. So I try to stay away from it. But I'm starting to come back. I've always been a hockey fan. Still watch it to this day. Mixed martial arts, I'm heavy into. Watch it religiously, as you guys know. Boxing, stuff like that. Baseball, I'm starting to trickle back into, and football, I watch the Super Bowl every year. That's about all I can stand to that. So I do watch sports. When I was a kid, fanatic about it. I was a huge Suns fan. Kevin Johnson was my guy. Charles Barkley, all those guys. Diamondbacks, loved the 2001 team. Luis Gonzalez, Randy Johnson, all those guys. Kurt Schilling, and then of course the Coyotes, Shane Doan, Keith Kachuk. So yeah, I've been a huge sports fan pretty much all my life.
Nia Jax has a new documentary out. It's called My Whole Career.
You just made me throw up in my mouth a little bit.
Well, let's hear you guys. You guys chime in if you want to put the link out, and if you want to come on the show, you're more than welcome to share one of yours. If you don't, just type it in. No worries. Let's start with you. Give me one of your favorite sports movies of all time.
Got to go with one of the first ones as a kid that I saw. What a heartwarming story. If you don't get, not emotional per se, but if you don't get some sort of feeling from this movie when you watch it, of some sort of faith or some sort of good feeling or emotion from it, I don't know what to say for you, but Angels in the Outfield, dude.
Oh, thank you.
Angels in the Outfield. Danny Glover knocked that movie out of the fucking park. You got a grumpy ass old man that gets humbled by some kids, and what a great story that was, and just the whole faith base around it and stuff like that. And man, I loved Angels in the Outfield, and I could still get down on watching that movie to this day. So,
dude, that movie always makes me cry during it. There's such a great scene when the kid's dad gives him up for adoption, and this is just where you see how great of an actor Danny Glover is, in general. And, like you said, he turned out he was this grumpy, miserable guy that hated life, and these kids changed his life, and, the power of believing in something he saw. And that kid's dad gives him up, to the courts for, gives up his parental rights. And the kid's upset in there and telling him he doesn't understand. And then he goes to tell the kid why he is the way that he is, because he lost faith too in his life, and his dad couldn't take care of him. And, he told the kid, if you think the world is going to always let you down and everybody will do it to you, he goes, an awful thing's going to happen to you. And then the kid just looks at me for the answer, and he goes, and you'll end up just like me.
Yep.
And powerful movie, man. It's about belief and, goodness, and love the ending of it too. Everybody getting up and doing the, the Angels.
And the kids get adopted and everything like that.
Yeah, by him. It's such a feel-good baseball movie, and it's a feel-good movie in general.
I used to die laughing when he'd go, "Look, it's not your butt." Just a great movie.
Great pick, man. I'm glad somebody picked that one, because I would have definitely hit it on later on the show. Yeah. So Rabbi's going with Caddyshack. Rewind's going to say Slapshot. Great movies, both of these right here. I love Slapshot, especially as a huge hockey fan.
My coach was actually in it, Hank.
Yeah. Really?
Yep.
That's fucking awesome. The Hanson brothers in that. Come on. You can't beat that. If you guys like hockey movies and you like comedy, let me tell you to go check out a great show. It's on Hulu now. You can watch. I think it's the first 4 seasons of it. It's a hockey show from Canada. It's from the creators of Leonard Kenny with Jared Kiso, I think is his name, and he created this thing called Shoresy, and it's a hockey movie about Canadian hockey, the senior leagues, washed up guys and still loving to play, and it's fucking hilarious. Nice. Jared Kiso is one of the most funny dudes ever. You'll love the characters, especially the 3 Jims. It's such a good one. So, love hockey movies. 42, great movie, Rabbi. Field of Dreams. Oh, God. What a movie.
Yep.
If you build it, they will come.
You got to understand something. Mine tonight are going to be primarily baseball ones because I love baseball my whole life. My dad was a huge baseball fan, so I've got a lot of attachment to it. The Sandlot's a great one.
Oh, great pick.
Mine that I love, Barry Pepper was in, and it depicted the story of Roger Maris, chasing Babe Ruth Greek 61. Good Lord, man. You watch that movie and you see the horrible side of baseball fans, and how tormented he was by these people in New York and stuff because he was chasing the record of Babe Ruth. And to be honest with you, I don't even think he actually wanted the record. He was just that year. And I think they took his spirit of love for the game after that because Roger Maris never had a good season after that again.
Yeah.
So you go through it, and Barry Pepper just nailed it out of the park. And the guy that played Mickey Mantle did a great job. I mean, that whole story and the legacy of the Yankees and stuff. And I'm not even a fucking Yankees fan, but I am a Roger Maris fan after hearing the story. 61's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I love that movie.
A very slept on baseball movie too is another Costner movie. It's called For the Love of the Game. And it's about an aging pro coming to grips that the end of his career is near and everybody thinks he's washed up, and details his story from fame, being the best, to where he's at that point in his life, and he's pitching a no-hitter in the game, and it's his last hurrah type of thing. He's got his catcher is the guy from Step Brothers, John C. Reilly, and it's such a good baseball movie too. It doesn't get enough love for baseball movies.
Honorable mention, one that's very similar that we have to mention, and I understand this is a TV series, and I'm sorry for you if you don't know this man's name, but he's such a fucking legend, is Kenny fucking Powers.
Oh, yes. Fuck yes, man. Eastbound and Down. One of my go-tos to go watch.
Dude.
You can watch it in like a day if you want to.
Yep.
Short episodes. They're only like 6 to 8, I think, a season or something like that. Fucking Kenny Powers is the man,
Yep.
When he's in Mexico and comes out to Real American and the fireworks.
Dude, my favorite thing is that I told you, I think I sent this video to you because I said you better do it, was when he shows up and he's playing that fucking song at his friend's funeral. He's like, don't bury him yet.
Who's his friend there? Jason Sudeikis. He's pretty famous now and stuff. Oh, God, Kenny Powers is great. Stevie is fucking his flunky. The characters are so good on it. Bull Durham's a great movie. Great movie. I mean, The Natural with Robert Redford's another great baseball movie. But I'm going to go off baseball for a second here. So I'm going to give you one of mine, and then we'll get to you, Joey, in the back, because I see you're in the backstage area. We'll get to you right after. So I got to give one for you, and I'm not a fan of this sport, mind you. I don't hate it, but I'm not a fan of it. And one of my favorite sports movies is Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise. Such a great movie.
I'm not a NASCAR fan either, but that was a really good movie.
Yeah. And God bless Robert Duvall, who was Harry in that movie, died yesterday. Man. 95, Yeah. That fucking movie is so good. You don't have to like NASCAR to like that movie. One of the biggest heels to me in movie history for sports movies especially is that puke Russ Wheeler that, that takes his spot, becomes the top guy or whatever. Russ Wheeler is one of the most hated fucking heels to me ever in movies for sports. Such an asshole of a character. And it's just great to see fucking Tom Cruise get him at the end. I love it.
For sure.
Good movie.
Before we get Joey on, I just want to mention one real quick that kind of ties wrestling into it, because this is the movie that won me over for accepting The Rock as a fucking actor. A lot of people loved Scorpion King. I did not. A lot of people liked Walking Tall. A lot of people liked The Rundown. My personal favorite was Gridiron Gang.
Good movie. I knew it.
Incredible fucking movie. He knocked that role out of the park, and he got as close to the actual guy that did that that you could get, and just if you want to go watch a powerful message of kids, in that particular environment and struggling and stuff, go read The Real Story. That guy was a fucking hero, and The Rock really depicted it well.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great movie, man. Really one of a sleeper performance by The Rock in that movie. It's totally up there with one of the greats, man. I love Gridiron Gang too. Good pick. Let's go to Joey now. Joey, what's up, my friend? How are you tonight?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good, buddy. Good to
Driving
see you,
again. We get this view from you a lot. I'm starting to
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
Monica Lewinsky down here.
Oh well. I won't take you to the island. So.
So what you got for us, Joey? Give us one of your favorites, brother.
I have a couple if you don't mind.
Not at all. Go right ahead.
Okay, so I think the best hockey movie is probably Miracle, even though it's Disney-fied a little bit, but it's still a really good movie. Warrior was really good with Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton and Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte was really good in that one. And I think boxing would probably be my favorites, probably The Great White Hype.
Oh, good movie.
Good movie.
Yeah, and I would say basketball would probably be that documentary Hoop Dreams. So
Hoop Dreams is really good.
I've never seen it.
You got to watch it. It's really good.
Is it a documentary or a movie?
It's a documentary.
Oh, okay.
And if you want to see a good like, it's not a movie, but it was like a mini series about baseball. The Bronx is Burning was really good.
Yep.
Isn't that about the Yankees of the late 80s and 90s with Billy Martin and George Steinbrenner? Isn't that what it's about, Joey?
Yeah, it's like Billy Martin, George Steinbrenner, and Reggie Jackson, like during the time when like New York had the blackout and the Son of Sam was going on too. So it kind of like it shows like the World Series and like the conflicts with like Thurman Munson and Reggie Jackson had, and it has the investigation of the Son of Sam tied into it as well. So it was a really good show. So if you can find it, I would watch it. So
good picks, man. Really good picks. I like all those a ton. Thanks for coming on, Joey. Great to hear from you, my friend. And drive safe, okay?
I got one more thing to tell you, John. Russ Wheeler only healed out because Tom Cruise kind of treated him like shit when they introduced when he introduced himself to him. So that's why he healed out. So, but
Joey's defending that cockbag Russ Wheeler. I love it. Thanks, Joey. Appreciate it, buddy. It's great talking to you. And be good, okay?
All right. Bye.
Thanks, man. That was a good comment. I like that. He is kind of right, though. Cole was kind of a prick to him when he met him in that movie. So good point, Joey. But Russ is still a douchebag, in my opinion. All right. Next, we're going to bring on is Jeremy. Jeremy, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, brother.
What's up, guys?
What you got for us, man? Give me some of your picks. I know you're excited to share some.
Oh yeah, I got a real quick top five. At 5, I got $1 Million Baby.
Okay, good pick.
It's a boxing movie, and it's a girl. The main character is Irish American. It's a great film. I love Clint Eastwood's never made a bad movie in my eyes.
No,
he's a legend for a reason, right?
4, I have Hardball with Keanu Reeves.
Oh God, I forgot about that movie, dude.
That's with the
Baby
kids,
J.
right?
Yeah, Baby J in that movie. Oh my gosh, dude! And it was actually like where Keanu Reeves was actually funny in the movie, and he was serious too. I love the movie Hardball.
What a great movie.
Yeah. 3, I have Varsity Blues.
Oh, good pick.
One of my favorite football movies of all time.
Rest in peace, James Van Der Beek.
And Paul Walker.
Oh, true. And Billy Bob.
Yeah, Billy Bob.
That movie reminds me so much of my hometown here in Georgia. Like football is just like that.
I could totally see that. I could totally see that.
It's crazy. We're constantly competing with Texas on who has the best football in America, really, in high school.
Texas wins, by the way.
Maybe. Not by
I'm
much,
just kidding you.
But number 2, I have just cause don't call me alone. I have Happy Gilmore.
Oh man, lovely.
And then number 1 is Remember the Titans.
Oh, great movie.
Good one.
God.
Somebody put it up above. You up when you were in a Pee-wee league or something, man. I don't know what to say for you.
Yeah. Remember, that movie. I mean, you don't have to be a fan of football and love that movie because it's about bringing people together, and we need more of that in America than we do in a long time.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, and plus the fact it happened here in the South, like it was Virginia high school football. It was a true story.
Yeah.
And
Good
Yeah,
picks.
another honorable mention. It's an old movie. They've actually made two versions of the movie, but I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Brian's Song.
Nope.
Great movie. It's a true story. It's about Brian Piccolo and Gail Sayers that played for the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Brian Piccolo ended up having cancer, and Gail Sayers dedicated that season to Brian Piccolo, and he ended up being MVP of the league that year. It's a great movie.
Nice.
I'll have to check that shit out then, man.
It's called Brian's
Yeah.
Song. James Cain played Brian Piccolo in the original. It's a great movie.
You gave me the other baseball one with Clint today that I got to check out too.
Oh yeah, Trouble with the Curve with Clint Eastwood, another good movie.
Yeah, I've never seen that, man, and I love baseball, so I can't wait to check that one out.
It's a great movie. It gives you a full perspective of the life of a MLB scout. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, love the picks, brother. Thank you for coming on, and this was your topic tonight, so thanks for picking the topic, my friend.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
man. I wrapped my brain all day today because there was a lot of good movies I left off, like the Rocky franchise as a whole, the Mighty Ducks.
Oh,
I
my
love the Mighty
God.
Ducks.
Mighty
Yeah.
Ducks.
These five right here are movies that either I could quote or movies that just like affected me emotionally. Like grabbing like
Yeah.
Hardball is like such a tearjerker.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, good picks, brother. Thanks for the topic and coming on, okay?
All right, no problem, guys. We'll see you.
Thanks,
later.
buddy.
Later, man.
We'll get to you in a second, Blackjack. We'll be with you in just a couple of minutes, so hold tight, brother. I see you in the back there. Let me get to a couple of the ones from the audience here. Another person had Miracle as well. Stroker Ace, never seen that. Tin Cup, funny one with Kevin Costner again. Good movie. White Men Can't Jump is awesome.
That's a good
with
one.
Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. Great movie. Moneyball, great one. I'm a huge Bad News Bears fan, Joey. I could report, I can literally, like, the whole movie of Bad News Bears and Breaking Training, I can literally recite it because I used to watch it so much as a kid. It's awesome movie. Love the Bad News Bears and Breaking Training. Really underrated sleeper hit for a lot of people for baseball. The Tom Selleck movie, I think it was called Mr. Big Leagues or Mr. 3000. That was the Bernie Mac one, but it was where he played for the Yankees and the Tigers or something. And he got sent to Japan. So it's a good one for sure, though. Mr. Baseball. Yeah, there you go. Right there. Mr. Baseball. It's a good one. North Dallas 40. That's about the Cowboys, if I'm right. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it. The Water Boy. Another good one.
Oh, my God. Sure. Cult classic. One of my favorites that hasn't been brought up yet, which I'm surprised, is Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, thank you.
Come on, man. Who as a kid would not have wanted to trade spots with that kid, man? Like,
bro,
come on.
Me and my buddy Daniel are like the biggest diehard Rookie of the Year fans, and just the characters in it. I actually have right behind me on my wall, I have an autographed Rookie of the Year. Daniel bought it for me from Thomas Ian Nichols when he was a little
That's
kid.
pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, he got him to do it. So I love Rookie of the Year, man. How could you not love Daniel Stearns in it too, playing the idiot Brigma? You know, let the big dog eat. Let's play some ball. Let's play some ball. He's locked in there, shaking. What a fucking goof, man! And he was the director of that movie too. So,
dude, I love the coach when he's calling for Rosenbuggy.
Yeah. Rabbitfoozer.
Yeah.
And I love at the end when he gets his name right. He's like, "You got my name right." And how could you not love Gary Busey as Chet Steadman in that movie? Chet is a god in that movie.
Every time I think of Gary Busey, I think of all the memes that go around. And I feel so bad for him, but I love
Anybody
Gary
here
Busey.
like buttered biscuits?
Yeah, buttered sausage. Let's talk about buttered sausage.
Yeah, that buttered sausage. That's it right there. It's not, but we're not talking about no buttered sausage here. And his eyes are bugging out of his fuck. He tapes the videos like he'll put on there, and he's got fucking mustard and shit all over his shirt. Like nobody's changed him in a week, but. That Chet Steadman character in that is just beyond fucking awesome.
I loved when that woman punched him right in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, that guy's one of the biggest douchebags in movie history. Jack Bradfield. Anybody that drives a fucking Miata like that is a douchebag. Shit. What a fucking goof. You know, Jack Bradfield's the goof
Let's
of the
make
week.
him the fucking goof of the week.
Okay, yeah. Jack Bradfield.
Chet Steadman.
Yeah. No, Chet's the good one. He's Gary Busey. Jack Bradfield was the boyfriend.
What was his name in that movie, though?
Chet Steadman?
Is the boyfriend's name?
No, his name is Jack Bradfield.
In the movie.
Yeah, in the movie. I don't know his real name in real life, but he's in a lot of shows. He's a big character actor. You'll see him in a lot of movies and shows, but his character is Jack Bradfield, you know.
Yeah.
Just a fucking
I remember
douche.
when he announced himself, he's like, I'm whatever the fuck, and he's like, I'm his agent.
I got Reebok. I got Pepsi. He's half mine. And then Mary just fucking slugs him right in the face.
It didn't even hurt, okay?
Take your purse.
I love that movie.
Oh, what a good fucking movie, bro. All right, I got to give a clip for my next one, and I can't miss this. And then we're going to go to Laza, and then we'll give a few more. I know there's so many we're not getting to, and we got to do a part 2 to this one day in the near future.
It's been fun.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming up the last 10 minutes of the show here, guys. And we appreciate you sticking with us. So we're definitely going to miss a bunch tonight. I mean, there's always the Rockies, which to me is the greatest sports movie, but we'll talk more about those.
We can do a topic, the best movies that had a wrestler in it.
We can do so much with this. I love it, man.
Yeah.
We're going to revisit these again, guys. Don't worry. This is a great part 2. So many great wrestler movies we can talk about, sports stuff, whatever. I watch this movie, though, every year right before the baseball season's supposed to start. And 1 and 2, let's forget the third one of this because it should have never been made the way it was. But Major League 1 and 2 are just 2 of the greatest fucking baseball movies.
Seen it.
You got to, bro. And the characters in it, Charlie Sheen in it. Here's a little clip from it that I just love. It's right in the beginning of the movie where they're going to the spring training. Charlie Sheen is so perfect in this movie as Rick Wild Thing Bond too. And the characters in this movie are just great. Here's a little funny clip I always like to play for me from Major League.
Look at this fucking guy.
And it's just character after character in it. Pedro Serrano, the voodoo master, Joe Boo, Lou Brown, the manager. This movie is just gold, and you have to watch this, Richie, soon. Major League 1, you got to watch. Major League 2 is really good, too. Really good. But really great sports movies. We'll get a couple more. Me and Richie will give you one more after we take it from Laza. So, Laza, welcome, my friend. Great to see you, buddy. How's it going?
G'day, how's it going?
Good day,
mate. What you got for us, dude?
I was thinking off the top of my head. There's so many to name. I've got some obscure ones that people may or may not have thought of.
Okay.
That get into like the action film genre, but they're technically sport films.
Okay.
Like one I thought of, I actually like it better than Die Hard, and that's The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite films, especially Mr. Milo. I love the puppet scene of Mr. Milo.
Oh, the ending of that movie is him when the thing's about to blow up and he's got the shit kicked out of him, and then he starts doing an Irish jig at the fucking football game. So good, man. Good pick. What else you got?
Absolute classic. Like there's a cliche ones, like say your Van Damme Kickboxer and the original, not the remakes, and then like Rocky, whatnot. But there's one underestimated film I thought of. Like people probably haven't heard of it, but it was a really good film. It had Gene Hackman in it. It's called Split Decisions.
Okay.
Goes into like a boxing family that are Irish called the McQuinn family. And one of the older brothers, sort of like the black sheep of the family, and he falls in trouble with like organized crime in the boxing scene. And then it gets into like a theme of like the younger brother getting revenge for the older brother in the boxing ring, etc. It's done in the 80s.
It's called Split Decision.
With Gene Hackman.
Okay.
I think it's got Chris. I can never say his name. Is it Fahey?
How do you spell
Something
it?
like that. I can't think of how to spell it. He was in Machete.
Okay.
I can't think of his name though. It's got a few good actors and actresses. Jessica Biel, who's in Flashdance, is in it as well.
Jessica Biel.
Yeah, Biel. Sorry. And then you got like your Karate Kid films and all that. Another film I thought of though, it's a classic. You don't hear people talking about too much, but it's technically a sports film. Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise,
Yep.
which is a pretty good film. And then there's an Australian film which is about rugby league. That's a really good film, called The Final Winter, and it goes into rugby league going from a blue collar game to like the corporate sort of stuff where a real estate agent buys a team, and yeah, he starts sacking some of the old guard, and it goes into like the whole grassroots sport being like turned into like corporate monopoly from greedy money people that wreck like the regional sports, all that. Really good film. It's got Matt Nable, John Jarrett, who was from Wolf Creek. Yeah, Craig. That's it. Yeah, he was in
Trevor,
it. Oh, there's so many good ones. Like Mighty Ducks, obviously. Like I was brought up on the Mighty Ducks. I think remember the Ernest films?
Yep.
Yeah, they done like one about the magic basketball shoes. I can't remember the name of it. It was pretty interesting. And the Slam Dunk Ernest.
Yep.
That might be one I mentioned. But yeah, like, oh yeah, I've got like the outside of Rocky. I also own Paradise Alley, which was a pro wrestling one of Sylvester Stallone. It was a bit hit and miss, but yeah, he done like a pro wrestling film, and Terry Funk's in it. But yeah, they're the only ones I can really think of. Oh, Space Jam was all right. I wasn't as into Space Jam 2 though. I'm probably more of a Michael Jordan.
I've never seen the original Space Jam at all.
Oh, John.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Jordan's taking some heat after this last weekend.
I saw that. I've never seen it though. Oh. Never watched it. Never watched it.
A lot better. I think it's a lot better than number 2. Like, people may argue that, but I felt like the first one kept it simple, stupid, where it had an appearance from I'm having a mental blank, Bill Murray. Like, how can you not like that? Space Jam 1, because Bill Murray has an appearance as a member of the team.
That was a good one.
Bill Murray's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, they're probably off the top of my head. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, Cool Runnings, maybe.
Oh,
Cool Runnings is a good one.
John Candy and that
Jamaican bobsled team.
What a good one. That's an old school classic. It's still on Disney. I think I just watched it a few years ago too.
I need to watch that again. That's a good movie.
It's a funny one. Well, great picks.
I was going to mention Rookie of the Year as well. Then you beat me to it because that was a childhood classic. I probably preferred that over the Sandlot Kids.
That's a close one for me with the Sandlot and Rookie of the Year. They both have different emotions for me. So
such a good movie for both of them. You can't beat them. Benny the Jet Rodriguez. Come on,
dude. PF Flyers.
PF Flyers. Who didn't want PF Flyers as a kid of our generations, right? So who didn't want some PF Flyers at that age when you saw Benny tackling the beast, man? You know, and beating the beast. Well, that's a great picks, my friend. We appreciate it, brother.
I was going to say Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds, the original, because you got the remake of Adam Sandler. I thought I'd mention that. Oh, how could I not mention Clint Eastwood? Never, no, anyway, Every Which Way You Can. All those films where he's like the truck driver, bare knuckle boxer.
I've never seen that one either.
He's got like Every Which Way You Can, Any Which Way But Lose, I think was the name of him. And yeah, he's got like the orangutan Clive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And absolute classics. So many. And he's a truck driver and he goes to different bare knuckle fights and does like bare knuckle boxing on the side.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got the orangutan Clive. Anyway, I'll let you go.
No worries, brother. We just got about 3 minutes or 4 minutes left, so we're gonna because we try to keep it around 2 hours. So good picks though, brother. Thanks for coming on, Laza.
No, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Always, brother.
Always,
be good, buddy. Good picks, man. Always some great picks so far tonight. A lot of great picks in the crowd here as well. So I love Sidekicks with Chuck Norris too and Jonathan Brandis. Awesome. Joe Piscopo in it. I mean, phenomenal one. Some of these I've never seen like the ones that Lazo was mentioning. So some of these ones you guys are putting in there. So there's some ones I definitely might have to check out. Most Valuable Primate and Most Extreme. I've never seen those. Longest Yards again, great ones. Love Little Giants. Gotta love that.
Dude, come on.
Oh man, you gotta love Little Giants.
You gotta love Little Giants, dude.
Give me one more though from you, and then I'll give you my last one to close it out.
God, football. Okay, well, I got one that hit me personal because I lived in Odessa, Texas for a long while.
I know where you're going.
And it's the reason why I said what I said earlier to Jeremy, and it's because I got to experience. I played at Ratliff Stadium, which is where this film was made and where this high school played every Saturday. The experience of living in Texas as a kid, being on a Pop Warner football team and hearing all the stories and everything and the legacy and the lineage of how powerful football is in a city and a state as a whole, where they shut down their stores, they shut down their businesses. Everybody goes to the high school games. Just an amazing experience. And I'm talking about Friday Night Lights. Yeah, exactly. My cousin Eddie Chance was on the team that followed the movie after, and they went undefeated for 2 seasons after that movie.
After what was it, Boobie Wilson or whatever his name was?
Boobie Miles. And my cousin was number 55. You can go look it up. He's still on their shit. He got his ring. He's no longer with us, God rest his soul, but he played for University of Texas, then went over to Texas A&M. And then ended up playing with Zach Thomas, actually. So
no shit.
Yeah. So Friday Night Lights to me has a special meaning to it. I don't know if y'all enjoyed it as much as I did, but what a great movie and great story.
Great movie, great show too, actually.
Yeah.
Really great show, and really, boosted a lot of people like Taylor Kish's career from that movie, and the show. And I think they had a 5-season run or something like that on it. It's a great show, man. Good fucking pick for that one. Absolutely. I have to get these last 2 in, and I'll make them as quick as possible. Like I said, guys, we'll get to a bunch of these later on at another point in time. We'll definitely have to do a part 2 to this one. But I got to give my 2 in 1 because there's no way I could not say these. Laz already mentioned it. I believe it was Laz that said it. My number 2 is the Mighty Ducks franchises. I love I like D3. I think it's good, even though it was, not everybody's favorite. But Mighty Ducks 2 is probably my second favorite sports movie of all time. I love the original Mighty Ducks as well, but Mighty Ducks 2, you got to throw for me as my number 2.
Goldberg.
I mean, ducks fly together, buddy. Okay.
Absolutely. And I love the Basham brothers.
Awesome. Dean Portman and Fulton Reed, man, crushing people. Yep. Emilio Estevez is such a great actor and such a just great character and the things that he does. The Gordon Bombay character, just love it. It's a shame that Disney fucked it up by bringing that stupid show Game Changers on. That was horrible, And Emilio wants to right the wrong that they committed and pitched to Mighty Ducks 4 to wrap it up the right way, and they won't take him up on it, which blows my mind because I think it would do great in the box office if they did it right.
Even if it was straight to Netflix, it would do good.
Absolutely. I mean, I would love it if they do it. As a Mighty Ducks huge fan and a hockey guy my whole life, I really want to see them end it right. But Mighty Ducks, I can't not mention them, and I can't not mention my favorite all-time sports movie. The whole franchise of films, I love every one of them, and I even love ones that people hate. But picking out of, I think there's 9 of them in total with the Creed series. Rockies are the greatest franchise of films to me ever, not just in sports, just the franchises to me. But my favorite all-time sports, movie is Rocky IV. No doubt about it. Like, how can you not fucking love?
There's been so many times in yours and my friendship that we've both sent that back and forth to each other because you were the first one to send it to me. And when we have hard times and tough times that we can't get up from, we play that. Get up, you bum.
I'm a bitch because Mickey loves you. Yep. Rocky IV is my favorite scene in Rocky IV. I always send this, and I watch this anytime I feel down, like you're in an uphill battle against life and you're getting the fuck beat out of you. I always play this the thing to motivate myself, and it's my favorite clip from Rocky IV is when he finally, after getting pummeled for rounds, hits the Russian and cuts him, and just goes to town on him and starts laying into him, man, and just starts hitting him. And then they have that big brawl at the end of the round. And his trainer just says the best line to him. He's like, see, he's a man. He's a man. He's not a machine, you know? And he just, the molds of that movie and how they framed it through the whole thing.
Beautiful.
It's perfect. It really is just perfection. The training montage in it when he's training for it, you know.
Well, and how they had him kill his friend, like just everything.
Apollo
Everything.
Creed. Yeah. I mean, if you didn't have wet eyes coming down when Mickey Goldmill dies in Rocky 3 too, I don't know what to say for you, man. When Mick dies, or when they play that clip, even though people don't like Rocky 5, when Rocky loses everything, goes back to the gym like you were talking about, and Mickey goes and sees himself training with him. And like you said, get up, you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves you. You know, he tells him he's his angel on his shoulder. You know, it's such a powerful like part of the movie.
Carl Weathers was Creed, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he was the original Creed.
Yep.
Yeah, Carl Weathers, just awesome, man. Like, I love all the movies, man. I know people don't like Rocky 5. I even like Rocky 5. I think there's some great symbolism in the movie if you look into it. It's not the best one, but just the whole concept of the Rocky movies and how nobody wanted it and what it turned into. And then the Rocky Balboa, Rocky 6, when he came back, all those in 2006 for it. It was fucking awesome. Like, Sylvester Stallone's one of my all-time favorite actors of all time too. Really? Rocky 5 is your favorite one? I never hear that from people, but like I said, I don't disagree. I like Rocky 5. The Rocky Drago fight and training montage on my gym playlist. I just listen to it. If you don't want to work out when you're watching Rocky running through the Siberian fucking mountains covered in ice and shit, training in the barn, I don't know what to say for you. You know, God, the Rocky movies are good, bro. The best. That's my number one. Hands down.
They are incredible.
Well, guys, it's been a blast tonight. We could go on for hours, but we got this magical thing like you all do. We got work tomorrow. So we wish we could stay up all night. But this weekend we'll be back, hopefully. You know, I'd say there's a 90 to 95% chance we'll do a stream on Saturday for the UFC, as long as one of us don't have something pressing or any needs that are going on that night. We would love to do it. So we'll hopefully see you guys on Saturday. Closing thoughts, my friend.
I appreciate all you guys showing up and participating in this one. It was a fun one, outside of the box a little bit to what we normally do, but nonetheless, I had a great time. I appreciate all you guys' time and stuff like that. And just thank you for this community still, man. I have a blast doing it each and every week. It's one of my favorite nights to get away and talk with the guys, man. And I can't tell you how excited I am to do the UFC stuff. I can't wait for the UFC White House card. I think that's going to be a fun live stream for us to do on here. And we're going to keep the good times rolling, man. So we'll see you down the road.
You know, tell a friend to come out and join you too, if they're, you know, just want to come out and have a good time with us. We're not a big show. We're just doing small numbers. We're not out for millions of downloads. It'd be nice to hit them, but, you know, we're just out here to have fun and have a fun community. So share it with a friend. Tell them to come by and hang out for a little bit. We're going to be doing a lot of different stuff, not just wrestling related all the time. Wrestling's our bread and butter, of course, and it's always our, you know, main one we do. But I like to go off the cuff sometimes and do what we did tonight, just do something a little different. Yep. And I like the streams that we're incorporating with UFC. If you guys didn't check it out the last time, it's on our archives on YouTube. Come out, check it out if you want. But I promise you're going to have a good time if you come out. We have a lot of laughs. We just keep it casual, you know, have a really good time. So come out and join us. And we will be doing some wrestling live streams over the coming months as well, guys, for some of the bigger shows. We're definitely planning on doing some of them in the near future, too. So come back and join us. Always a good time. Thanks, guys. Shalom, Mazel Tov. Thanks, Rewind. Thanks, Rand, Laza, Jeremy, Joey, everybody that we've had come through tonight or checking us out later. We'll see you guys soon. For Richie, I'm John. We are out of here. Enjoy the rest of your week, and thank you for joining us right here on Wrestling with Reality.